Okay, so this is gonna be part 2 of TOEIC Essential Vocabulary. What I'm gonna be doing here is not gonna be about teaching you which words you need to learn. This is gonna be about practicing those words that we have learned in the previous class. So in part 2, we are gonna be playing a game. This is gonna be a very easy game. It's gonna be an activity where you guys at the other side of the screen need to guess where you need to put the word. There is a sentence below and it's lacking one word. And this is the word that I previously taught you in part 1 of this lesson. Okay, so the first word is competition. Do you remember competition? I'm gonna pronounce it again. Competition. Okay, so a competition was when somebody, do you remember the example when I was running, right? There were some people running and the one who gets first to the line is the one who wins. There are different teams. Usually there are 4 teams in a running competition, right? So, but this example is not about running. It's about playing basketball, right? So there are just 2 teams. So we need to guess where we need to put competition. Are we gonna put competition here? Do you think it's gonna be there? Okay, so let's try somewhere else. It's not here. Okay, we did not competition win. Do you think it's that? Okay, probably not, right? Okay, so I'm gonna be deleting that. It's not here and it's not here. Okay, how about here? We did not win competition. Do you think it sounds good? It's actually not. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to think, what is this? This is a noun, right? Do you remember the example that I gave you before? It's a running competition. So here it's gonna be, it's not running, it's basketball competition. So we're gonna put competition here. Basketball competition. Okay, so let's go through the second one. In the second one, I have told you before in part 1 what is convince. And I mentioned the marker, that you were gonna sell a marker, right? And you were a salesman. And you wanted to convince a consumer to buy your marker for 50 NTs. What do? You usually tell them the benefits of having this marker and why it's better than other markers, right? So that's when you are convincing them. But in this case, we are not using marker anymore. You are selling or you are buying, well, you are selling a laptop to somebody. So, where are we gonna put convince? Are we gonna put it here like before? I had to them to buy my laptop, convince? Do you think that sounds like proper? I don't think so. Okay, so it's not here. Okay, so let's go somewhere else. What about here? I know this is a verb, right? So I know verbs go after to. So do you think it's gonna be here? I had to them to convince by. I don't think that sounds good at all. Okay, so we're gonna go through the third part. We're gonna try it here. I'm gonna read it back again. I had to convince them to buy my laptop. This is actually the correct one. Okay, so I'm gonna pronounce it again. Convince. Okay, so let's go through the last one. The last one I mentioned when you see somebody that you really like, you think that person is attractive, right? I also mentioned that attractive is similar to saying good looking, or if it's a boy, you would say he's very handsome. If it's a girl, you would say she's very beautiful, right? So this is attractive. We have this example here. It says, I think that boy is the most in my class. Do you think I think attractive is gonna be proper? I think attractive that boy. Think that's correct? No, it's not correct. Okay, so let's try one more time. I think that boy is the most in my class attractive. Do you think that's correct? Attractive? Do you think this would be correct? No, right? So it's not correct. Okay, so let's erase this one. Okay? So let's go through the last one. Where can we put attractive? I think that boy is the most attractive in my class. That's the correct one. Okay, so if you were able to guess all of them before I mentioned, you would be performing very good in this class. And if you were not, then that's why you're gonna be receiving this lesson from now on. I hope this was very useful for you, and this is what you're gonna be learning in this course. Thank you.